Okay, so moving on to Terrifier. This is a movie that I've heard about for a long time. Never had a chance to watch it. Obviously didn't watch it when it came out, but I've heard a lot of things. I have watched, though, All Hallows Eve, which is the anthology film which features the character Art the Clown, albeit played by someone else there. Me and my friend Eric came across it at Walmart. He bought it from a family video, and we kind of got hooked into that. They made a sequel, which didn't have Art the Clown, but then they brought him back with this, and I've heard a lot of mixed things. People said, oh, it's really awesome. Some people say it's not. Drum Tom's said two different things in two different reviews, because his first review he didn't care for it, but then, things happen on a second watch. Look at me. I've changed my mind on movies like Batman Returns, and most recently, Paranormal Activity 3. So, and the first two, because I like them less than I did before. Nothing happens in the first one. But anyway, ooh, what door is so scary? Is this scary? Woo! Sorry. Enough about Paranormal Activity. Anyway, so Terrifier tells the story of two friends, Tara and Dawn, as they walk home drunk from a Halloween party. I'm assuming because they're dressed up. When they run into Art the Clown, and then they have to try to escape from him. So first of all, this movie starts off with this talk show host, who is the woman, the babysitter lady, who played babysitter lady in All Hallows Eve. It's the same woman. She's interviewing some woman who doesn't have a face, who is apparently the sole survivor of a brutal murderings. I swear, I'm not drinking alcohol. I got Mountain Dew Zero. The sole survivor of a murder spree by Art the Clown, of course. And after the interview, the lady makes some horrible remarks and she kills her. Like the faceless chick kills her, and then we cut to the main story, and you see two girls walking back from a party. They've been drinking, and so they go to this pizza place where, they meet Art, and he's really weird, and he gives her like a ring or something, and so they leave, and the manager kicks Art out because he pisses all over the walls in the bathrooms and spreads shit all over the place. It's nasty. I was eating my lunch at this point, by the way. I had to look away. I was fucking nasty, man. Don't eat and watch this movie. Eat before or after. Well, if you watch this movie, you're not going to want to eat after, so I'll eat before. Or just don't eat at all anytime around this, because it gets the gore and the shit thing, and it's just no. You don't see him smear, but you see that there's art written in shit on the wall. But they have the cook clean up, and even he comments on how that's not sanitary. But Vince's boss has been murdered. His head is like a pumpkin, like in Halloween 2018. Because Big LT Radio showed up towards the end of the film, and or when I was on the phone with him, he thought I was watching a Michael Myers movie when I mentioned the scene that's gonna happen later, where a woman gets hacksawed, and I gotta talk about that scene because that doesn't make any sense. Hacksawed from vagina down, and he's like, "Oh, is that a Halloween movie?" I'm like, "No, Michael Myers does not saw people from the vagina down. He just stabs the titties. Everyone knows that, okay? Everyone knows that."
Well, I don't.
Well, now you know the rest of the story. Dun, dun, dun. Anyway, I just spilled on the table. Start bringing a beverage because my starting to get dry sometimes when I talk. But so yeah, they throw him out, and he comes back and murders both of them, right? And the girls are walking home and they notice that the tire either has been slashed or popped or, they have a flat. Most likely Art slashed the tire. Because he does come into the place after they get there. So he probably waited for them to leave, slashed the tire, and then showed up. So they Tara calls her sister Victoria and to come pick her and Dawn up. And that's one of my big problems is that we know she's on the way and she's got a car. We know that because she's coming to pick them up and take them home, right? Why the fuck does she take so long to get there? Like, her roommate and her roommate's boyfriend show up. So she's not staying in her apartment or dorm room or whatever any longer. They're about to get it on. So she leaves. Why does she take so long to get there? Only thing I think of is we need to have all this stuff happen before she gets there. But within the time of the movie, if you're going in real time here, it takes her an hour to get there in a car. What? No, that wouldn't happen. But anyway, so they see this guy outside smoking a cigarette. He has to use the bathroom. I guess he's fumigating the place because there's rats. And she uses the bathroom. And then the friend gets abducted. There's this weird freaking lady in there holding a baby doll thinking it's her real baby. It's honestly the worst part of this film because I have no idea what this lady is doing here. She's nuts. She's crazy. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. She ends up dead later anyway, but so yeah, she comes out, she's looking for a friend. Stuff happens and then we get the scene. Her friend, Dawn, has been hung upside down, topless, with just underwear on. So her titties are hanging down and everything. Which, I don't know. It's weird. It's nice to see titties, don't get me wrong, but it's really weird that they would, I don't know. But he hangs there and you see him rip off the underwear, but you don't see anything, of course. You see a little bit when he's doing it. Let's talk about this. He takes a rinky-dink little hacksaw and is somehow able to go through the entire human body, intestines, bones, and everything. When little rinky-dinky-dinky hacksaw can do that? No. I do not think you can take a rinky-dinky hacksaw and go, yeah, you can like cut through skin, but bone with a rinky-dinky little hacksaw, it's like one of those saws from Saw, Yes, we see that he saws through his leg, but sawing through your leg or your hand, arm, whatever is one thing. Your entire human body, ribs and everything, your ribs are freaking strong. Sternum, everything. And he does it really, really fast. I really don't think you can do, I don't know. I always thought it was a chainsaw he used, but it's a hacksaw. Because I heard wrong. But no, it just doesn't. I don't know. It's weird. But, yep. And you see, like, at a certain point, you see close-ups where he is sawing through the vajayjay. But, like, mostly you see at the end, and he goes through her head. It's really gnarly, gruesome, and if you if you're faint of heart or you got a heart condition, I wouldn't watch that part. I'm just saying. But so yeah, she's dead, obviously, and he ends up. Now I feel that this does take away. He just uses a gun to shoot Tara in the head. It's like, what? You were scarier with the hacksaw or a knife or something. You just shoot her in the head. Okay. The sister shows up and there's a run around and she thinks she finds like, I think it's supposed to be the homeless lady, but it's Art dressed up with a wig and he cut off the lady's tits and they're hanging off with him. It's ridiculous. That's what I'm just like, this movie's gotten a little bit too ridiculous for me at this point. But yeah, and eventually it ends up where the cops show up. And it was at this point I realized what was going on. This is being shown to us from the past. Because we see Art and we see him eating something, and I'm sitting there and I go, oh, I get what it is. He's eating her face off. Face off. Face off. Face off. He's eating her face off. And what she's gonna be the faceless chick from the beginning of the film. The cops show up, they say, you're under arrest or whatever, and so he opts to just blow his brains out. He's dead. Although, this was ruined for me because I'm like, wait a minute, there's supposed to be a sequel coming out. It's supposed to come out this year, but COVID. How's he, they gonna explain it here? They do, because they get to the coroner, and makes a cholesterol joke, where they go, he's like, get me a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich with bacon. They're like, I thought you were watching my cholesterol. He goes, I am, watching it go up. And that's a joke I could make, but I am on a diet, so I'm kind of watching it, I guess. Although some of the authors mean bacon, I'm not going to say no, you know what I mean? But, who in their right mind would? But yeah, and then some weird, like, he unzips the thing, and you see that he died like this. Even though, oh, there is something. So, my dumbass got freaked out. So, I'm watching the movie, and I get up to go take a piss, right? I'm in the middle of making my lunch. It's at the beginning of the film. So I make my lunch, I put the hot dogs in the microwave, and I go take a piss. I come out, and I look at the TV, and it's Art going like this. And I'm like, Jesus! What a time to walk in on. What a scene to walk in on. Just jeez. But yeah, so he died apparently like this. And then something weird happens where the lights go off, the phone rings, there's like radio static. It's really weird. You hear screaming, and then it stops, and it goes like, and Art comes back to life, kills the guy off screen, and then we cut to Victoria in a wheelchair, which, if she just got her face eaten off, why is she in a wheelchair? I don't know. Maybe they do that thing in a hospital. I don't know. In a wheelchair, facing the other way, and they're talking to her, and they're like, she's going to be okay. She's going to be a little scarred, but, she can take this experience and learn from it, stuff like that. And they're like, I hope your interview goes well. And then it turns around, and it's her, and I called it. And I'm like, yeah, I figured. And the movie ends. This was fine. I think it was overhyped for me. Everyone keeps saying this is fantastic. It was okay. Ultimately, it's a middle-of-the-road movie for me. But yeah, it's a middle-of-the-road, because I like the gore, and I like seeing titties. But just the story and the ending, and the obvious, once you saw that he was eating something like, oh yeah, okay, this is being told to us before the events. Okay. Hopefully we get some kind of continuation with what happened at the beginning of this in the next one, because I hear she's going to be in it, so there's got to be something. So, yeah, middle of the road. So, what are your thoughts on Terrifier? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And we got one more to go on Tubi Horror Weekend 3, because the hours are winding down, so I gotta knock out at least one more before I go bye, or as Zeke would say, I got sleep tonight. So, yeah, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I've been Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one.